behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Okay, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up shortly. But if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button and click the bell there, and you're always going to get notified of any new episodes coming your way. And if you'd like to leave a comment on the comment section, you're welcome to. And check out the description part, because we'll have contact info for you there. And pay attention to the closing credits, because we'll have contact there for you as well. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Nashville, Tennessee today, we have Marie Norris, very talented artist. I think you're going to agree. And we're going to get to that in 1 second, but first there's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show and TLC Travel Agency. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
The Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Ever thought about owning your own business? Tanya Lapsley-Cockett did. She decided a little over 5 years ago that she was going to be an entrepreneur, so she started her travel business. Tanya is married and works a full-time job. Her business has given her amazing opportunities. Not only does she get to help people create memories by booking their vacations, sporting and entertainment tickets, rental cars, etc., but it has also allowed her to help other families create legacy income. The travel industry is extremely lucrative and is an $8 trillion industry. The travel industry is projected to earn in excess of $15 trillion over the next 10 years. The travel industry pays its professionals up to 70 to 80% commission on the travel that they book for themselves and their clients. As a travel business owner, Tanya books travel and teaches others how to own and operate their own travel business. She is a director in training on the marketing side of her business, where she has helped over 90 families start their own businesses. If you're interested in owning your own travel business, please contact Tanya at 917-743-1199 or at ladytlc3555@me.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Nashville, Tennessee today, we have Marie Norris. Thanks for joining us, Marie.
Hi, it's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here. The first question I like to ask everybody is, everybody has their own background on how they begin with music. Tell us how you got started. I mean, did it start when you were real young? Did it go much deeper than that? Tell us in your own words, though.
Yeah, it started whenever I was a kid. My earliest, fondest memories happened to involve music whenever I was a very young child. The first thing I can ever remember is, and I say this a lot, so every interview that I do, everybody asks me that question, and it's answered the same way just about every time. I just started singing whenever I was a little kid in church. My granny said I sang "Jesus Loves Me" at 3 years old, somewhere in there, 2.5. And she told that story all the time, that I was meant to be a singer because I sang "Jesus Loves Me." But my earliest childhood memory is from seeing Barbara Mandrell in The Lady is a Champ, on HBO. I was just a toddler when that came out, but I remember it like it was yesterday, even from, being a kid and watching that on HBO. And I remember we had a VCR, and that tape got worn out several times, and bought it from her fan club, and it got worn out several times. It was kind of cool that I took such a liking. Barbara's my biggest influence, by the way. She's the reason why I wanted to be a singer.
Okay, well, that's quite a story then. My next question was going to be about your influences. You already said Barbara Mandrell. Was there any others that come to mind?
Um, yeah, Elvis Presley, you know, of course, who doesn't have Elvis as an influence in their musical career? He's the godfather of all music, you know. Michael Jackson, Donna Summer, you know, I never get to mention her much because somehow I always forget to add her in there. Donna Summer was very much a big influence on my style and taste in music. Reba McEntire, Lord, who else can I think of right off the top of my head? Shoot, anything from BB King. I love the blues, you know. Pat Benatar. I love listening to her. Bonnie Taylor, is that her name?
Tyler, I think.
And, I'm trying to think of more of the Doors. You know, I I have a very eclectic music taste. I like everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
You know,
that's what my show is about. I mean, I do all genres on the show, and yeah, you mentioned some pretty good ones, and like I said, that first one you mentioned, Barbara Mandrell. I mean, she's obviously.
my favorite.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's my favorite. She's my biggest influence. So I have to give her top billing there.
Yeah, yeah, she was a legend for sure. How can we find your music?
Too. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just going to ask you, where can we find your music? I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but can we find you on an official website, social media, so forth? Tell everybody where we can find you.
Sure. Marie Norris music.com is my official website. And at Marie Norris Music on all social media platforms. That's including TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. I am on all platforms. I think on Twitter though, I'm one Marie Norris one on Twitter. Because I think I might have opened an account on Twitter, forgot the sign-in info. It would be me.
And you're on
Marie Norris.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said I opened a Twitter, I think, and couldn't use just Marie Norris because I forgot the sign-in info, and they won't let me Marie Norris Music on Twitter. It's too long.
Okay, and you're definitely on all streaming platforms, right? Like iTunes, Amazon Music, so forth.
Oh yes, all digital platforms. My music is available on. So.
Okay. All right, well, go to those social media sites or official website, all streaming, sites, and download her music. I know she would love you for that. And
Right.
we're just getting ready to play your music video here. Hard Act to Follow, I do believe is the title of it. Is there a story?
Yeah.
Is there a story behind it? Because it sounds self-explanatory to me, but go ahead and tell the story.
Well, it's actually because Perfume and Diesel is actually being re-released on Big Records. As my very first single for the Big Records label. And I don't quite have the official music video ready for it yet. So Hard Act to Follow is actually my tribute song to Barbara Mandrell. That was the one I heard a while back. And basically it tells the story of how I feel about her and what she's helps me see and helps me accomplish through my music. Because it all started with her, because she was the first person I ever saw in the music industry on television. And I thought she was larger than life. It even has where I got to shake her hand at the Opry House on her 50th anniversary. There's video, look, like a couple of little video shots of that in that video. So
okay,
it was pretty special that night because I was like very, very taken and emotional. I actually literally about cried, and I was just overwhelmed I remember even writing on Facebook, "She touched me," or something. I can't remember. It was kind of cool. And I know people thought I was crazy there at the Opry the way I reacted, but I didn't care. That's my biggest person right there. So getting to see her and getting to just be in the same space with her was really great. And at some point I hope to be able to meet her. So, and get to tell her face to face what she's done for me and how her music really influenced me and sent me down the path that I'm on today.
Okay, well, it is a great song there, and of course, I want to also shout out Big Records, and I've been with them for some time now, and they're a great label, and I just wanted to let everybody know that. Anyway, we're going to be playing that song in just a moment, but before we get to doing that, I just want to thank you so much, Marie, for being on the show today. We'd love to have you come back if you got anything new to plug for us, so maybe you can come back sometime.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I would love that.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, here it is, Hard Act to Follow by Marie Norris, and it begins right now.
God knows you were a fighter when you came in this world. A little blonde stick of dynamite, a miracle baby girl. When you saw Dolly on the Opry, your heart and soul got stirred. You had to come to Jesus, 3 minutes there in the mother church. Burn that steel, turn some heads, and even slept single in a double bed. I'm on this road because of you. I'm country, but I'm not as cool. You started that fire in my soul. But Barbara, you're a hard act to follow. You always kept God in the music. That means a lot to me. You showed his love to everyone, and that's how love should be. You wore the crown of a comeback queen when life hit you hard. There have been others, but there's not another who can outshine your star.